Hi everybody, my name is Brett Getros and I am here with Faces of Compassion blog show, and I want to welcome all my guests today, and I have a very special guest, Sheila, with me today. Nice to meet you, Sheila.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. And Sheila, can you tell me what the name of your business is?
The name of my business is Beautiful Minds Hypnotherapy.
Excellent. Well, you know, Beautiful Minds Hypnotherapy, was that correct?
Yes.
I believe that has something really important to share with us about that. Can you tell us a little bit more about Beautiful Minds Hypnotherapy?
Well, I came to Sweetheart in January, and I'm 48 years old. The amazing thing is I've completely had a transformation in my own life.
Yes.
And I came to this school to help myself, and I found I've got this peace and this happiness and joy that I've never have encountered.
Excellent.
So now I've decided to share that with the world and to take my business and help people of all races, all nationalities. It doesn't matter. I just want them to know people can transform from anything, from hurt to pain to suicide to just anything anyone's been through. I've had a lot of disappointments in my life, but I am so excited that these changes have taken place, and I would never give my life back the way it was.
You know, it's interesting that you said that you found yourself and now you want to be able to give back. Can you give the viewers what that example would be of, you described some examples of being lost, being hurt, being afraid, maybe being sad, depressed. What was something significant in your life that changed how you see yourself today? That maybe there's somebody out there, Sheila, that can hear your story, that the hypnosis that you do, maybe they could relate, and maybe you're that person that can help them.
Well, I appreciate you asking me that.
Yeah.
What makes me feel like, I just feel like growing up, I didn't have the best of things in my life, but I didn't have purpose in my life either.
Right.
I went through life raising 4 boys, being married, having 4 stepdaughters, and I never understood really about family, about true love, because I couldn't love myself. When I came to this school, I was completely broke down.
Yes.
And I cried and I opened up to all possibilities.
Yes.
And when I did, what came out of me was a complete transformation. So now, when I say I have lived and accepted me, I can truly say I accept me for all of me. And daily, I'm grateful. Daily, I thank the Spirit for good and bad. And I've changed and transformed this and this, which has made me who I am now, this happy person. I never thought I could ever be happy.
You describe it just so well. Can you share, was there something in your life, any point in your life, that maybe you questioned your faith, who you are, and that just kept you maybe stuck? I think personally, we've all, and I bet a lot of people that watch this video have had somewhere in their life where they just literally felt stuck, that they could not move forward, that it was just like I was existing, we were existing, and was there any way that my life is going to change? And I know personally for me, I always believed that, why am I here? And I didn't have the best experience growing up. I didn't have parents that really encouraged me, supported me, and loved me, believed in me. It was more on the opposite spectrum, where it was about telling you what to do, following a bunch of rules, living a certain way. I always say the Leave It to Beaver family.
Yes.
What you could see on the outside wasn't what was going on the inside. It was all about following specific rules. It was like grew up in the military. My dad was in the military. You do this, A, B, and C. There's no questions. You don't ask questions. This is how you live your life, and this is what you do with your life. And if you make mistakes and you cause a fuss, God forbid, you're punished and you'll never forget it. That's how I kind of live my life. It was depressing. It was sad. There was really no one that could really care. Is that something similar?
I can understand that, and I totally can relate. What I'll have to say about my life is I grew up with a family of 9, and I was the 6th child. Well, my mom, she gave me godparents, so I always felt I didn't really belong because I was always, to me, like the outsider. And I loved my mother more than I loved life. And I thought, growing up in church, that I felt more you were supposed to honor your parents and you do whatever. But I think what really was significant, it's funny you asked that question, because this past weekend I had life coaching. And it asked us about forgiveness. And even though I've made amazing transformations, what people need to realize, there's always something you can transform.
Absolutely.
So this weekend, it was about forgiveness, which I've done it over and over, but there's always something inside. So what I realized is he said, is there someone you want to forgive?
Yes.
My mother's gone. She died in 2010. I had no clue that I wanted to forgive her because I thought I did.
Right.
And what I realized at that moment, it was asking for forgiveness and also forgiving her, because I said in my mind, why was I born? That was so significant this week. I had no clue in my mind that I was holding and harboring all of these feelings that, why did I exist? Why did you choose to have me? But I realized at that moment that she does love me. She did love me. She did the best that she could. But I spent my life being angry because I thought she didn't love me. So it was just this weekend I was able to release that and realize, if you're holding on to anything, you truly have to have forgiveness. If you truly want to be free. So not only is the hypnotherapy good, life coaching is good, spiritual coaching is good, but all three combined has created this beautiful being. That's how I came up with the name of Beautiful Mind. Because who I am now, I see beauty. Not outside, but inside. And before I was just dark, and I was ugly, and I was full of just blackness. And now my light shines, and I want to share that with the world.
Excellent. You know, you're such an excellent example that not having any expectations, just listening to something inside of you when you made this big commitment and, you know, I'm going to do this in your life. You're going to make this change. You're going to enroll in school. You're going to do these things. In just a short period of time, how you transformed and how you were willing to invest and let people support you and find a community of people to encourage you to be the person that you are. So I see this as an excellent example that you're just a wonderful coach, a wonderful hypnotherapist, and that you can really make a difference. And the truth is, there's a lot of people out there that don't believe that there is hope and that they really can change their circumstances, regardless of what it is. You know, I did want to add, and then I'll make this real brief, is that even with my own personal family, we were very religious, and we lived this image, but it wasn't who we were, because we were always afraid of being vulnerable, being loved, and all the aspects of what real feelings are and what vulnerability is. And me personally, as being a love coach and working with vulnerability, it's really important to be seen, to be accepted, and really be loved. And my show, Faces of Compassion, really encompasses all of that. So I'm really honored to have you on my show today, Faces of Compassion, and you just really have such an important message to share with the world, that if we really are committed to ourselves and letting other people see us and love us unconditionally, regardless of what you believe, religion, spirituality, that there is really hope out there, that the world is changing one person at a time. And I am so honored again to have you here, that you're making such a significant difference, because I believe if we make a difference in our own lives, we can freely share that with other people. And you know, the truth is, people can see that, people sense that, people see it and believe it and know it. So for people to get a hold of you, Sheila, how can they reach you?
You can reach me at godsmorningglory@gmail.com, or you can link Sheila, M as in Mary, Taylor, and find me on Facebook. And my website is Beautiful Minds Hypnotherapy, and you can link it up for both ways. So feel free to call me if there's anything I can do, and I'm so honored to be on the show with you.
All right, excellent. Well, I want to thank you so much again.
Thank you so
It was a
much.
pleasure. And I want to thank everybody for being here today and watching Faces of Compassion blog show. Have yourself a wonderful day.